Hey guys, it's me again. I'm going to show you how to take down a carburetor off a chainsaw. This particular carburetor is a Zama carburetor. And you want to lay down 2 paper towels. And you're going to want to have a Phillips screwdriver, regular screwdriver, maybe a pair of pliers, and maybe a putty knife, but I don't know your preferences. So what we're going to do, let me see if I can get an angle. It's me. Don't be afraid. I won't kill you much. I'll just put it on top of my gas container full of gas. Maybe you get a good view. I'll put a wrench underneath there to hold it up. But as you can see here, here's my paper towel. Here's the carburetor. Now, this is a carburetor. As you can tell, it's a carburetor. So, right here, you're gonna want to get a very small regular screwdriver or a Phillips screwdriver, one of the two. And there's 2 screws, one here and one here. And you're gonna undo those, and this plate's gonna come off here off the back, or off the whatever you want to call that, front, back, I don't know. So that's coming off. Got a little screw, don't want to lose that. Set it on your second paper towel. Same deal. With the second screw, undo it. Set it on the towel. And here's that plate off the carb. So, set that on the towel. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your idle screw and make sure that's loosened out all the way. Not all the way to where it's completely out, just to where it's not affecting your spring here. Right there, just undo that until it's not moving your throttle, because that will screw with it slightly. I don't know what somebody did to these air screw adjustments, but they're stuck in place. So you want to either start with the side with 2 screws or the side with 1. Just pick one. I usually start with the one with 2, and undo these 2 screws. There's one here and one here. You can use either a regular screwdriver or a Phillips. I prefer whatever is sitting in front of me. That's just me. Once you get the 2 screws out, you're going to take that plate off very gently as to not rip the gaskets, because if you're not going to rebuild it, you're just going to clean it, you do not want to rip the gaskets. So there's the carb, and here's the piece here. Now you're going to want to take, oh, that came off really nicely. You just want to take the diaphragm off here. Nice little thing. And there is a gasket along with the diaphragm. I'll peel those apart. Here's the gasket. Here's the diaphragm. Gonna set those over there. Some sirens going on in my neighborhood. There's that piece. You're gonna want to set it over there also. Inside here is your pin for the carburetor. That is what shuts off your fuel and such. There's a small Phillips screwdriver. You're going to want to undo that, and you are absolutely fucked if you lose the pin or the screw or something else that's in there. You're pretty much fucked, because those don't come in rebuild kits. They're a pain in the butt to replace anyway. So you're going to want to try not and strip out the screw too, which is rather hard to do, considering the fact that this screw is just such an awkward head size. There we go. I got it loose with a regular screwdriver. That's why I like having both. So you unscrew that. Sorry, my hand's in the way. I'm trying not to let the spring go flying. And there's the little tiny spring. That's why you don't want to lose it, because it's so small. Here's your float and your pin. And then That's actually more of a rod, I'd call it. Here's the pin that shuts off the fuel. So undo that screw the rest of the way. And I wouldn't pull anything else out from this side. There are 2 little plugs, but I wouldn't pull it out until you know what your carburetor kit comes with, because there's one there and one there. But they're a pain in the ass to get out because you have to use a punch. And you gotta be really careful not to fuck up the metal underneath. I fucked up a weed eater carb that way, and the metal is just chunked out behind it. That was the first one I ever did. It's still sitting out in my shed. If it doesn't run, I'll have to get a new carburetor. But I did that this winter, or at the end of the summer, when I first started working on stuff. But I've gained a lot of experience since then. In here, in this side of the carb, you've got a little plastic piece. I may have some just like this actually, so I may not need to get a rebuild kit. And you have a gasket. Set those to the side, and you have the plate here. This side is still full of fuel. Dump that onto your towel. It'll absorb it if you have a good towel, such as a shop towel, shop rag, whatever they're called, rag in a box, etc., etc. So, now that that's done, you have carb. There is nothing else to taking that down. So, now your carburetor is done. All that's left to do is clean up and not lose any of the pieces. So there's all you get out of it, right? Hold on, right there. And pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Bye.